qualification to a postseason bowl. And this is a weekend during which the young men of Syracuse hope to thrill a homecoming crowd by concluding an often difficult struggle with a victory and a 6-win season for the first time in 5 years. It's West Virginia at Syracuse. NCAA football live this afternoon on CBS.
The following is an exclusive presentation of CBS Sports. From the campus of Syracuse University in Syracuse, New York, it's the West Virginia Mountaineers versus the Syracuse Orange Men, sponsored by Mazda and the full line of sophisticated Mazda products. And by Anheuser-Busch St. Louis Brewers of Michelob. Some things speak for themselves.
An enthusiastic homecoming crowd of 40,000 or so has gathered indoors this afternoon for what should be a climactic end to the regular season for both West Virginia and Syracuse University. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist. West Virginia has had yet one more banner season in '83, and yes, they will be bowl-bound at the conclusion of this day. Yet despite 8 wins and 2 defeats, they have a bit of a Rodney Dangerfield complex and feel they've something to prove. Coach Don Nehlen wants this team to have the Lambert Trophy, signal of football supremacy in the East, and he thinks a win over Syracuse will secure it for them. Syracuse is fresh from a convincing upset victory over Boston College a week ago, and they have improved dramatically in the last month. The Orange Men are 5-5 for the year, and Coach Dick McPherson does not hide the significance of this game for his team. He says a win over a potent West Virginia bunch, and his program is over the hump and on its way back. West Virginia has made the trek up from Morgantown, and here come the Mountaineers. 8 wins, 2 defeats, the 2 defeats back-to-back to Penn State and Miami. But they will be going to the Hall of Fame Classic. That'll be announced afterwards. And here come the Orange Men of Syracuse. As our expert analyst again today is former Oklahoma quarterback Steve Davis, who labors even on his 31st birthday. Steve, I know that there are many outstanding quarterbacks around the country, but certainly in Jeff Hostetler of West Virginia, we have one of the country's elite.
Generally, a football coach, if he gets an opportunity to coach one Jeff Hostetler in a lifetime, he's very fortunate. He's a tremendous athlete, tremendous sense of the passing game, understands coverages and everything off the field. He's just as good. He's a 4-point student, potentially a Rhodes Scholar. Really, his ability to contribute to the West Virginia resurgence, their football program, is really never can be understated. What he has done has made all the difference in the world. Boston College has Doug Flutie. Pittsburgh turned their program around with a Tony Dorsett. Today, I think the key for him is the ability to really scramble Syracuse defense on first down.
You know, defensively, that is Syracuse's strong point, and intellectually, at least, they have a counterpart in Tony Romano, the linebacker.
Amazingly, he's a 3.9 student, a very gifted athlete on the field, an intense player. They call him the most intense player on the field. He understands coverages and what his assignments are. He's got to give Mr. Hostetler, his intellectual equivalent, a real pressure game all day. Put pressure on him.
West Virginia versus Syracuse from the Carrier Dome. Dick McPherson against Don Nehlen. Back with a kickoff in a moment.
Presenting Magnavox and Ralph.
Attaboy, Ralph. Another day with my Mag.
Harold Gaydon, a yard back, will bring it out. But not far. Oh, did he take a shot from West Turner, number 91. Now Todd Norley is in at quarterback. He returned last week after having missed 2 games with bad ribs. Jamie Covington, Brent Ziegler, Mike Morris, and Mike Ciano, the wide receivers. Bob Brodsky, who was a starter at tight end in this game a year ago, and Tom Stevens, another tight end on the left side. Jack Simcoe, Matt Walker, Doug Marone, and the current tight end is Marty Chalk, number 85, who was out a year ago. 1st and 10, Syracuse at their own 13-yard line. Norley will throw on 1st down. Morris, whose brother Joe is now a member of the New York Giants, can't hang on. Mike Morris, number 36, that makes it 2nd down and 10.
There's the defensive line, and I think the real key for West Virginia is to stop the running attack, force Syracuse in a position where they've got to throw the ball. Fine linebackers, good. Steve Hathaway's an outstanding player, number 45. In the secondary, Newberry's another fine player, and Tim Agee is one of the craziest players on the field. He will knock your head off.
2nd down, 10. Second man through, Jamie Covington across the 15. Picked up 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Covington is the leading ground gainer for Syracuse with 564 yards so far this year. Derek Christian, number 49, made the tackle. The series began in 1945, and Syracuse had a 5-game win streak against West Virginia until last year. 2 years ago, with West Virginia bowl bound, they came in here en route to the Gator Bowl, or the Peach Bowl rather, and lost 27-24. 3rd down, 7. 3 wideouts to the left side, and Norley on a half roll. 1st down at the 25-yard line. Mike Ciano, a sophomore from Springfield, Pennsylvania, his 20th catch of the season.
Ciano, number 14, has really come on strong in the latter part of the season. Not very great breakaway speed, 4.8 type speed, but he gets behind the secondary players and just kind of falls into the open area. Norley completes the pass.
Norley is a sophomore, 6'1", 193. Had a few starts last year as a freshman. They test the middle. And Brent Ziegler didn't get much. There's a good look at Dick McPherson, 53 years of age, in his 3rd year at Syracuse. He had been the head coach at the University of Massachusetts from 71 through 77, and then took a coaching job with the Cleveland Browns before replacing Frank Maloney here. Scott Schwades has checked in as you look at 48-year-old Don Nealon, the West Virginia coach, in his 4th year. And they have a chance to go 9-3 at the very least for the 3rd straight year. Here's Norley with the option. He doesn't like to get rid of it that much, Steve, does he?
Not at all. He's not really a classic option type quarterback, but what happened that time is West Virginia's playing the 2 wide receivers. There's no support for the quarterback. Somebody's got to take Norley. Nobody's there. Good block by Ziegler, 43. Norley breaks upfield. He's not been that good at running the option play the last few weeks, but that time made the right decision, jumped upfield for good yardage.
3rd down, 2. No score. Opening moments of the ball game. 12:35 to go, 1st quarter. They'll reverse it to Covington. Don't know. Close at the 35. Here's where he needs John Madden's spot. Is it a left foot spot or a right foot spot?
I think he got a right foot spot that time.
4th down. And Jim Fox is on to punt. This has not been an overwhelmingly outstanding aspect of the game for Syracuse. Fox is averaging 35.8 for the season. He's a freshman, also a backup defensive back. And Willie Drury is deep to return. Left footer. At the 31, a flag goes down. The flag is thrown at the 35. 37-yard kick for Fox. 4 on the return, but a 4 hang time of only 3.1. Clipping. That'll push it back inside the 20. Was it Jim Fox? Let's take a listen to Jim Garvey now.
We've got a clip on the return. Penalty from the end of the run. First.
Don Nealon prowls the sideline. West Virginia has the ball for the first time. We've got 11:43 to go, 1st quarter. No score in the ball game from the Carrier Dome in Syracuse.
Time is called.
first time this afternoon. Backs are in the eye. First down and 10. This will be Pat Randolph, a young freshman, number 24, for just a couple, as he goes into the teeth of the strength of the Syracuse team. It's defensive line. Tony Romano made the tackle, number 54.
Here's the offensive backs and receivers. Jeff Hostetler, Mr. Everything, even dates the coach's daughter. There's the packs. They're really going to try to put the pressure on the deep corners, try to throw the ball to those receivers. The offensive line's job today is control Syracuse. Don't let them blitz like they did Doug Flutie in Boston College last week.
Second down, 9. Randolph in motion. Ron Wolfley, the fullback, gets the handoff. Syracuse, I think defensively, Steve, they expect Wolfley to get a lot of activity today.
They really do. Of course, they feel like they've got to take away the fullback play. They've got to get them into that position. The defensive line, they've got a fine defensive line. Pendock, the nose guard, Winter, and Green. Tim Green's a great player. I like Kimmel also. Romano, we've talked about in the pregame. They're going to try to move around number 38. Try to get him in a position of mismatch with Rich Hollins, number 88, the fast receiver for West Virginia.
Third down, 6. Wolfley in the flat. Has some blocking help and room in the open field for a first down at the 36-yard line. John Roos, number 40, and Tony Romano, number 54, made the tackle.
Ron Wolfley knows a lot about Syracuse University. His brother played at Syracuse. Watch him, he gets the ball. Really, there are not a whole lot of blocks being thrown. Syracuse doing a good job of self-blocking, and he just breaks into the secondary.
No score, first down and 10, West Virginia. Midway through the first quarter, the handoff to Randolph, who takes a shot at the line of scrimmage from Bill Pendock. Pendock, number 99, is probably the least agile of that front four, but he is solid as a rock.
What the coaches really want him to do is just control the center and try to keep occupied those offensive guards and keep them off of being able to scoop outside and take an offensive tackle or defensive tackle out of the play. Just control the middle.
Hostetler has Willie Drury and Gary Mullen at wide receivers. West Virginia will use 4 throughout the game. On the half roll. Drills it. Tipped away by Vic Bellamy, number 22, who had terrific coverage on Willie Drury, number 48. Hostetler a year ago didn't have that great a game against Syracuse with 5 of 16.
One of the criticisms to Hostetler is that he doesn't have a quick release. Watch this rocket he throws right across to Drury, number 48. He gets hit, but really a good quick release and threw it into the coverage. Bellamy knocked it away.
9:31 to go first quarter. 3rd and 10, Syracuse, West Virginia. Being chased by a triumvirate of tacklers, and Vic Bellamy catches up. That is a gain of 32.
Boy, watch what happened. Coben, number 5, and Hobby, number 10, the defenders. Watch them. Trying to make the play and tackle. They're both there on Brown, 19, but they knock each other away, and he turns upfield, finds the open area, and turns it into 15, 20 more yards.
That gain of 32 gives West Virginia a first down in Syracuse country for the first time. They have the ball at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, 3 wide receiver set. The handoff to Wolfley. A couple to the 30-yard line. Now let's go to Brent Musburger in New York for this update on the Notre Dame Air Force game.
This is the end of the Air Force Notre Dame game. The Irish
comes from behind and wins that by 1, and Notre Dame's going to a bowl with a 6-5 record. 2nd down and 7. Pat Randolph. Nope, Tim Green. Number 72. He has really been the story for the Syracuse defensive line. He was a starter at nose guard part-time last year. They put him over a slotted tackle, and he's been all-world.
Tim Green's got 14 sacks. He's number 2 tackler on the team, 72. Watch him, he just breaks. Nobody picks him up. They pulled the guard. He vacated the area, jumped right inside, and made the tackle on Pat Randolph, number 24. Saw the exit of the guard as he pulled, then went upfield and made the tackle.
They had a great defensive effort a week ago. It's 3rd and 14. Hostetler with some blocking help. Looks deep for Rob Bennett. Now he'll run, which he can do and destroy you, but he does not get the first down. Green made the tackle. The Hoss.
Good line. That illustrates the talent of Jeff Hostetler. That time he took a straight drop back, paused. What he was trying to do is create the defense to come inside, and then all of a sudden he reverse pivot. He's out away from coverage, breaks containment, and looks downfield.
If there is one area where West Virginia has a decided edge, it would be in the kicking game. Paul Woodside is 16 of 20 this year. 3 of his misses of his 4 have been outside of 48 yards. This from 46. Yes, he got it. Paul Woodside, in his second year as the West Virginia kicker, is now 17 of 21, and West Virginia has a 3-0 lead.
There's a lot of low-priced trucks out there, but this one's the best truck value. Mazda B2000 Sundowner. At $57.95, it's the only economy truck with a 5-speed, steel-belted radials, tinted glass, and full carpeting, all standard, which also happens to make it the lowest-priced truck in America with all that standard equipment.
In Syracuse, New York, where West Virginia leads Syracuse 3-0. With former Oklahoma quarterback Steve Davis, I'm Vern Lundquist. It is homecoming, and there's a look at Paul Woodside in the goofy-looking shoe. He's a bit of a character.
He really is. It was Coach Nealon that said that, nothing affects him because nothing's going on in that brain of his, is what he said. That's a quote.
Here's the kick.
You didn't see that quote?
No, I assume if he told you that, he's also told Paul Woodside that.
No, it was in the paper. It was amazing.
SMU wins over Arkansas, and the bitterness continues in Dallas. Holy Cross Boston College leading Holy Cross, who defeats them by 40 points as they come back from that loss last week. And Maryland over NC State 29-6. Pennsylvania beat Dartmouth today by a bunch. Our score 3-0. 6:55 to go first quarter. Syracuse with the ball for the second time at the 20-yard line. Todd Norley, the sophomore quarterback. Jamie Covington, number 45, looks for some help around the outside, gets it. That is knocked out of bounds. Now let's go back to Brent Musburger in New York for an update on Ohio State, Michigan.
Vern, the Buckeyes have closed to within 3, less than 2 minutes to go. Watch.
With a handoff to his fullback. Put that one back in the drawer. Steve Hathaway, number 45, makes the tackle on Brent Ziegler, who is one of 17 seniors. And this West Virginia area has gone nuts over the Mountaineers, and a lot of them have come up here to Syracuse today. The 100th game, Harvard over Yale. And Lehigh defeats Lafayette this afternoon. Third down, 5 with 6:20 to go, first quarter. Norley fakes the draw play, has a man open and overthrows it. That was his tight end, Marty Chalk, who caught a touchdown last week in the win over Boston College. But West Virginia has held, and Jim Fox comes on to punt again. They are not, and I speak of Syracuse, Steve, they are not a catch-up football team, are they?
No, this is the cycle they don't want to get into, 3 downs and punt the football. They want to try to do something a little differently. Mix it up on first down. Take advantage of first down situations.
Willie Drury, number 48, waits for the punt at the 32-yard line. Nice kick by Fox. Nice downfield coverage by Syracuse. That's Ewald, number 26, and Jim Gorzalski. Pete Ewald was the first one down. That's a 42-yard kick and 1 on the return. Mountaineers have the ball for the second time at their own 34-yard line.
Experience Mazda.
The
might expect the Mazda GLC to be an exceptional economy car. Its interior is one of the roomiest in its class. Standard features include 5-speed overdrive, split fold-down rear seats, even radial tires. You might also expect the front-wheel drive GLC to offer good value, but you might not expect
Hakeem Abdul-Olajuwon and the rest of Houston's.
And Billy Packard down in Houston for that game. And in case you haven't heard, CBS has reached agreement with the NCAA to continue exclusive coverage of the championship for the next 3 years. And we are pleased about that. Here's the pass into the flat, goes to Tom Gray, number 32. And he is dropped at the 48-yard line. Tony Romano made the tackle. Just to reiterate, the CBS agreement with the NCAA will allow us to cover the championship game through 1987. And there's a lot of joy at CBS about that. Brent Musburger will have more about that contract coming up at halftime. We are late in the first quarter, 5:35 to go in the first. Jeff Hostetler so far, 3 out of 4 for 56 yards. Draw play. Pat Randolph for the first down. Fumble. West Virginia. The hit was made by Bill Pendock, number 99.
Syracuse needs some sort of break. Just a slow, then all of a sudden a draw play. Right up the field. Pendock 99, the nose guard. The ball pops loose. Let's see, who fell on it? Could not see.
Don Nealon. He's nervous. By the way, Hostetler needs only 6 more yards in passing to go over 4,000 for his career, and I think we took too long. Delay of game call as the 25-second clock expires. Hostetler's story, of course, has been well documented. It has been extraordinarily well documented. Here's the call.
Illegal delay. Offense. First down.
But I know you recall his first game after he transferred from Penn State. They opened at Oklahoma last year. After the first 5 games, West Virginia's rushing and passing yardage was evenly divided, but check what's happened in the last 4. They've gone exclusively to the air. Randolph. Tim Green, again, number 72, the first man there.
If you can find Tim Green, number 72, watch him. He takes on a block right there by the back. Now he slides off right there off of 36 Wolfley and goes and makes the tackle on Randolph. Tim Green took on the block, bounced off of him, made the play. He's a great player.
Dick McPherson yesterday told us he's one of the most likable kids on the team, but he's fought everybody. He does have a way of getting agitated. Second down and 17. Winter. Now let's go back to Brent Musburger in New York for another update on the Penn State game.
Vern, 1 second to go. Penn State.
Interesting, Steve. West Virginia has a 3rd down and 19 with 3:25 to go first quarter. Play fake. Trouble. Initial pressure was provided by Jamie Kimmel, number 83. The tackle by senior co-captain Blaze Winter, number 98.
This what makes Hostetler such a great player, but watch the pressure that Syracuse reacting defense. They push him outside. He's trying to find a receiver. Right there, they just corner, use him to the sidelines, put him out of bounds.
Here's the kick by Steve Superick. Ed Coban, number 5. No flag. It looked like it might have been a clip, but was not. 40 yards on the kick, 6 on the return. The tackle made by Brad Vinatry. Syracuse has the ball back, trailing by 3. Washington in a key game at Los Angeles and Minnesota at Pittsburgh. It all begins with the NFL today. Check your local listing for the time and the game in your area. Lots of folks do. It's homecoming, and they expected a crowd of about 40,000 today. Looks like they might get it. 3-0. West Virginia with 2:38 to go, first quarter. Split backs and 2 wide receivers to the right side. Norley with a quick screen. Mike Ciano going deep. Might be intercepted. No, caught. The second time Mike Ciano has tried to pass this year. Harold Gaydon with the catch. Steve?
What's the play? Ciano really is a gifted athlete. He does a great job of acting right here. No, it was Schwage, wasn't it? Throws the ball downfield to Gaydon, number 47. You had Ciano, it wasn't Ciano. Makes the play and breaks into the secondary. Very smart play. Good acting ability. Scott Schwage, number 16.
Schwade's made the pass. Here's the pitch out. Covington to the 4-yard line. There's Harold Gaydon, who caught that 59-yard catch. It was Scott Schwade's, number 16, who threw it instead of Ciano. And now we have a 2nd down and 4 from just inside the 5. Harold Gaydon, the backup tailback. Schwade's just a freshman wide receiver who had been a running back in high school. And made the throw number 16 instead of number 14. Syracuse with a chance to go on top. They can get the first down without the touchdown. Covington takes a pop at about the 3. That will bring up 3rd down. And about a yard. They're going to spot the ball at the 2. Well, a little surprise from Dick McPherson with them.
Little razzle-dazzle. I think it was West Virginia's trying to shut them down. They're not a real patient defensive football team. They want things to happen. They want to force the issue a little bit. That time they forced the issue. Well-called play. Good acting job. Big first down play.
3rd and 1. Final minute, first quarter. Straight T in the backfield. Gaydon. Touchdown. From Tarrytown, New York, 5'11", 208. And that is his 4th touchdown this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a warning. Hold it up there, please.
Jim Garvey is talking
to the bench. This is a warning to Syracuse. The next time Oranges come on the field, a 15-yard penalty will be assessed. Please help us assess.
I like a man who takes command. Doesn't count. 68 yards in 4 plays. The key, the 59-yard pass from Scott Schwade's to Harold Gaydon. And then Gaydon got the touchdown. Now Don McCulley on to try the extra point.
Represents a real confidence builder for Syracuse. Good line blocking by the offensive line. Gaydon, the hole was intended to be inside. He pops it outside. No outside support. Touchdown. Let's see the block on the play. There's what Gaydon sees right there. He sees on the outside 45 is Covington will make a block. Grimes 48 will make a block, and he just breaks it outside. Generally, the play is to be blocked outside, kick that man out, and go inside. But they did just the opposite and went out and scored. Big play, Syracuse. You don't want to build their confidence. You don't want to give them a chance to start thinking, hey, we deserve to win this ball game, because there's a little bit of doubt in their mind that they are a team to beat West Virginia.
West Virginia, of course, came in with 8 wins and 2 defeats, and Syracuse 5-5. The Orangemen actually won 4 of 3 of their first 4 ball games, but then fell into a slump. It started with Nebraska, and that's understandable.
There have been a few others that have fallen to the Cornhuskers.
They lost to Nebraska 63-7. and then were blasted by Maryland 34-13. But since that point, they started to come back against Pitt and Penn State, and then defeated Navy, and then upset Boston College last week. Gary Mullen and King Harvey are deep to return the kick. This is King Harvey, who will not bring it out. Michigan has defeated Ohio State, so the Wolverines go to the Sugar Bowl to face Auburn. Clemson over South Carolina, 22-13. And Pitt and Penn State wind up in a tie. Saw that on the update. Interesting what that will do to the Lambert Trophy. And now Blaze Winter, one of the seniors down on the field, is urging the crowd on. Hostetler back at the line. Hostetler has hit 3 out of 4 for 56 yards. Tom Gray gets a couple, number 32.
Number 32, Tom Gray.
And that'll bring up a second down and 7. 7-3. Our score as we near the end of the first quarter. And Air Force with a miracle coming from behind to defeat Notre Dame by 1. And Alan Pinkett with 19 touchdowns. I think he had something over 175 yards today. Wolfley, he's short of the first down by 3 yards. John Roos, number 40, and Tony Romano, number 54, collaborate defensively. 3.9 grade point average in finance. I think my cumulative over 4 years equaled about that. That is the end of the first quarter to play. A razzle-dazzle long pass set up a touchdown, and Syracuse has a 4-point lead.
John Hausman for the investment firm of Smith Barney.
Inflation, taxation, recession, aggression. Is the world going to end tomorrow? Probably not. Smith Barney has counseled its clients skillfully through 5 wars, 26 recessions, and 23 changes in the Oval Office. Smith Barney. They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
I just got a sporty truck priced like some base trucks. The Mazda B2000 SE5. Look, it comes standard with a 5-speed overdrive, steel-belted radials and spoker wheels, sporty stripes, a step bumper, even dual sport mirrors. Pretty sporty for just $59.95.
Sakes alive. Sakes alive. Only Mazda's got a sporty truck with just $59.95. Sakes alive.
If you thought the cordless phone was the last word in convenience, wait till you see what Cobra has added. They've combined a Cobra phone cordless telephone with a clock and a radio. Where you used to have these 3, now you've got this beautiful one. So you've got everything you need here. Oh, hi! Plus a Cobra phone cordless telephone that goes with you anywhere around your home that you need a phone. When you're ready to cut the cord, see all the exciting cordless phone ideas from Cobra.
Working hard when the pressure's on could mean perspiration odor. Right Guard antiperspirant helps stop wetness better than the leading spray, as it kills the bacteria that can cause perspiration odor.
Yeah, Mr. Nolte. You work hard, you need Right Guard. You work hard, you need Right Guard.
Welcome back to our office at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York. I'm Vern Lundquist with Steve Davis. The older one of the two of us has to sit down.
That's right. It's my birthday today.
That's right. I should give you the chair. Any surprises in the first quarter?
Well, I think the ability of Syracuse defense, even though they got down 3-0, to really be tenacious and really put some pressure on Hostetler. Make him do some things he doesn't want to do.
Mountaineers here. 3rd down. Hostetler to throw. Rob Bennett, the tight end, and that is good for a first down out at the 31-yard line. Ed Coban made the tackle, number 5.
This is complete to number 84, Rob Bennett.
They really have, Steve, 4 quality wide receivers, and they've not gone to the tight end all that much.
Well, Rob Bennett's been hurt most of the season. Of course, he's lost a lot of weight, and he's not been at full strength, so that's been part of the problem. and they're a little bit of a different football team right now in the latter part of the season. They're going to the throw a little bit more because the teams have been playing.
Hand off up the middle for a couple.
Syracuse came into the football game thinking they really needed to control the fullback, and amazingly, the defensive coaches felt like that if they could get Hostetler and the West Virginia offense in a predictable passing, control-type passing situation, that they felt like their defense could play pretty good against them. I don't think I'd want Jeff Hostetler throwing the ball anytime.
That is in 2 years. His first start was a year ago in September against Oklahoma. He threw for 321 in that game, and they won it in Norman. And he'll throw on second down under some pressure from Kimmel, but it is caught up at the 45.5-yard line. That'll be short of the first down. Catch made again by the tight end, Ralph Bennett. Hostetler is just amazing. 4-point grade point average in finance. There's something in the water in Morgantown. He succeeded Oliver Luck. Now with the Oilers, who had 1B in his career there, which puts a little pressure on the successor to Hostetler, doesn't it?
He really is a special athlete. I mean, he worked in the coal mine this summer, dates the coach's daughter, member of the Fellowship of Christian Athlete. He's really a special, unique person.
He even grew up on a dairy farm, but sometimes takes too long at the line of scrimmage. I think that's the call from Jim Garvey. Nope, just a procedure call. Seniors playing their final game for Syracuse today.
Dead ball, ball start, offense, third down. Oh, yeah, that's right. He can't go forward.
We worked with Jim Garvey in the Peach Bowl last year and learned how in control he is, and I'm a fan of that. I think it's great. 3rd and 6. So dangerous. That great ability to tuck it and run for the first down.
There are just very few quarterbacks in college football that have equal ability to be able to throw the ball, to stretch the defense by passing, but also have the ability to tuck it under his arm as he does this one. He sees the linebackers break the seam. There's no protection. There's no support outside. I think it was a called pass, and then all of a sudden he saw the outside area open up, no containment, and makes the yardage.
First down and 10. Syracuse leading West Virginia 7-3. Wolfley almost broke it big. Don Nehlen was on the staff at Michigan under Bo Schembechler after serving as the head coach at Bowling Green, his alma mater, where he was an outstanding quarterback. And he'll pace that sideline.
He was one interesting man yesterday. We were talking to him about the 40-yard line, but because of his nervousness, by the time our conversation was over, we were in the end zone. He just walked us down there.
He reminds me of a large economy Don Knotts. That is short of the first down. It'll be third down as Tom Gray, the sophomore from Somerville, New Jersey, made the carry. This is a Division III playoff today, and Union will advance with a win over Hofstra, 51-19. And Miami of Ohio knocks off Cincinnati. Cincinnati started with such promise this year. Among their victories, the win at Penn State. Third down, 1. Ball at the 49. 11:42 to go in the half, and Hofstetler has him up with his back to the arm. Gray, close. Blaze Winter, number 98, was the first there. In talking about this defensive unit with Dick McPherson yesterday, it was interesting. He said that Tony Romano was the team leader, Blaze Winter was the emotional leader, and Tim Green was the intensity leader. He got captains for everything.
That's right. That really, the front four of Kimmel, Green, Pindock, and Winter, they really play together as a unit. They're always constantly aware of where they are on the field, what type of blocks are being put on them right now, and where they need to go to the ball. They really react well. A little short.
That'll bring up fourth down, and we'll see what Don Nehlen has in mind. I believe he's going to go for it. 7-3, Syracuse leading West Virginia.
We were talking earlier about Jim Garvey, the official. In a commercial break, he actually got Coach McPherson out on the field and told the crowd that he wanted to slow slow the crowd down a little bit, not to throw oranges, to keep the game under control. That's the kind of man he is on the field officiating.
Sometimes college football can be fun when you see how much it means to these young kids on the sideline. Now the measurement. Did they or did they not? Here's the spot again. Romano and Bernie King, the two linebackers, made the tackle. They did. They held them. That is their strength. The last thing in the world Syracuse wanted today was to get behind. They did, but only for a quarter. They lead 7-3, and the surge is on their side. Boston College. Then on Friday, or Saturday rather, I'll be with Billy Packer at the Kansas-Houston game, and Steve Davis joins Gary Bender and Pat Hayden at Nebraska versus Oklahoma. You won't be pumped about that, will you?
Oh, boy, it's Andy.
Harold Gayton back in the lineup. Syracuse 1st and 10. They lead 7-3. Split backs behind Todd Norley, the sophomore quarterback. Wants to throw it. Looks deep. Schwades tipped away at the last second. Scott Schwades, who threw the long 59-yard pass, was the intended receiver, and it was tipped away by Steve Newberry.
Excellent play by Steve Newberry, 4-year starter. He's seen the resurgence of football at West Virginia. The ball is thrown just about where it has to be, a little bit behind him, makes the play to knock the ball away, protecting to make sure the receiver has no chance at the ball.
Give you a little trivia about Scott Schwades. His dad, Gerhard Schwades, was a letterman here, and was the first man drafted in the old American Football League. Here's Norley trying to get loose, and he loses about 3 yards. Back to the 40-yard line. Tackle is made by the nose guard, Dave Oblak. Kansas leading Missouri, 27-24.
Mike Gottfried's Kansas football team really has caused problems for that football team, Missouri, this year.
It's been a tough season for Frank Sire, the quarterback. He lost his dad, who was killed in his restaurant at the beginning of the season, but he's come back to have a terrific year. And Iowa under Hayden Fry, bowl-bound again, bouncing Minnesota 41-7. 3rd down and 12. Norley. Marcus Hackett, 1st down, 45-yard line. Another of the 17 seniors playing his final game here in Syracuse. His 7th catch of the year.
Watch Marcus Hackett, number 82. He'll go down about 15 yards and break it across behind the linebackers. There's a nice little seam in there. There we're trying to break on an AG 44. Makes an excellent reception, pulls the ball down. There's a little gap behind the linebackers in the secondary because the deep receivers are taking the secondary out of the picture.
That is the 4th Syracuse 1st down. They are at the West Virginia 45. Harold Gayton, big hole, close for the 1st down. Little concern on the 48-year-old visage of Don Nealon. Marcus Hackett wants to come out, number 82.
Syracuse is mixing up the play calling, causing West Virginia to be a little bit more conservative than they like to be on defense.
2nd and 3, 7-3, West Virginia trailing Syracuse, and Syracuse on the march. Gayton.
Situation where West Virginia guesses wrong. Anthony Daniels, number 8, that's him. He misses the tackle. Support's not there now. Gayton breaks outside. Newberry doesn't make the tackle. Poor tackling, at least by West Virginia. 3 tackles missed. Gayton took the wrong attack angle, or Daniels did on Gayton, and that's what made the play.
Average yards on 1st down, 9-1. Here's Roland Grimes, number 48. Just battling his way over right guard. Anthony Daniels Dingos made the tackle, but Matt Walker and Doug Marone provided the blocks, number 65 and 78 on the right side.
Coming into the game, Syracuse was the underdog. It is now even because you've given them confidence. The players have no idea that they are a mismatch at all, that West Virginia is a favorite team. Now they feel like they've got all the confidence in the world to do anything they would with anybody else.
Scott Schwades goes wide to the left side, the short side of the field. It's 2nd down and 4. They'll blow the play down.
That was a late look.
Dick McPherson. Procedure call against Syracuse. Born in Old Town, Maine. Graduated from Springfield College after a 4-year stint in the Air Force. Interesting how it all goes around and comes around. Back in the early 60s, he was... Here's the call.
Ball start. Offense. 2nd down.
From 61 to 65, Dick McPherson was an assistant at the University of Cincinnati to Chuck Studley. A graduate assistant on that same staff was the guy on the other side of the field, Don Nealon. They've known each other for 20 years, and they're competing against each other now. 2nd down and 8. Norley half roll. Schwades, great catch. He's got it, and that might be enough to move the sticks again. He's just a freshman.
Norley is not considered a sprint-out type passer. He stretches the defense, limits the field. Schwades will come to the football. The ball was an out route. He comes upfield to the football. Newberry has to make the play. 1 foot in. Both of them are in, actually. Good completion. Good throw catch.
1st and 10. 7-3. Syracuse leads. Harold Gayton to the 10-yard line. Flag is down. Could be a face mask.
Important here, West Virginia. I think it's 44 AG by mistake. No. Excuse me, it's 47 Hughes that let his hand come over the face mask and get the penalty. West Virginians must keep their poise right now. They may give up another score, but
5-yard face mask. Defense. Repeat. 1st down.
Just keep your poise. Don't make the mistakes. Don't let the crowd intimidate you as a player.
Ed Hughes, a senior out of Ypsilanti, Michigan, was the guilty party then. Now, Syracuse will go with a straight team. Roland Grimes, 48. Harold Gayton, 47. Jamie Covington, 45. Touchdown! Harold Gayton gets his 2nd of the day. That is a 57-yard drive in 9 plays. Don McCauley on to try the extra point. And West Virginia a little bit shell-shocked right now, trailing by 10 with 7:35 to go in the half. Jim Gorowski will hold the kick. Nailed it.
Straight full house backfield, good nose-on-nose blocking by the offensive line of Syracuse. Gayton gets excellent blocks by his help Covington and Ziegler, and into the end zone for the touchdown. And here's the reaction of Coach McPherson. He loves it.
Indeed he does. Indeed he should. 7:35 to go in the 1st half. 14-3, Syracuse.
For the first
coming in. He had memories of 2 years ago when his team was 8-2 and they lost by 3, 27-24. Harold Gayton has now run for 32 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that has complicated Don Nealon's life as Don McCauley gets set to kick off. Syracuse leading by 11. King, Harvey, Gary Mulliner deep. This is Harvey, and he will bring it out. But oh 15-yard line. We are at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York. CBS Sports televising the West Virginia-Syracuse football game as these two teams meet for the 31st time. With Steve Davis, I'm Vern Lundquist, and Syracuse, having fallen behind 3-0, has responded with touchdowns on its last two drives and has taken a 14-3 lead. Now, this is a potent West Virginia team, and they can take their time, still get back in it rather quickly. Hostetler. Rob Bennett. First down, 34-yard line. Ed Coban, number 5, made the tackle.
West Virginia desperately needs to get some cohesion on offense, complete some passes, get some first downs, start controlling the football game. There you see the Bennett, number 84, just break outside release. Nobody really picks him up. Hobby is a little bit slow. The safety of picking him up. Big play for West Virginia, 1st and 10.
Hostetler, 7 of 8. Brian Joswiak, the left tackle, moved. Number 77. And that will cost the Mountaineers 5 yards. They will be bowling at the end of the day.
Dead ball. Ball start. Offense. First down.
They will be bowling regardless of what happens today. And I think Tim Green might have got his attention.
A little bit of excitement. Is it Joswiak?
Yeah.
Number 77.
Hostetler on the half roll. Tell you what, Tim Green just ran 45 yards to make the tackle. He just went wall to wall. Sophomore from right here in Liverpool, New York, a suburb of Syracuse. And he went all the way across the field.
There he is coming from, as Vern said, from all the way across the field, full-out sprint, just to try to make the play, and he does. Grabs Hostetler, wraps him up, makes the tackle. He is a great effort player.
Second down, 11. The catch, but it'll be 3rd and 9 as John Roos, number 40, makes the tackle.
I think sometimes that Jeff Hostetler has a tendency to get out of pocket too much. What he does, even though he's a great scrambling type player, he limits his field that he can throw to. All of a sudden, he's throwing to only a half or a third of the field when he gets out of the pocket. It's good sometimes, but oftentimes it works against him.
6:15 to go in the half. North Carolina rebounding from 3 losses in a row. Will probably be in the Peach Bowl if they win. 3rd down, 8. 14-3 our score.
And sometimes
Mercy. Blaze Winter, number 98.
Look at the 4-man front. They cross inside. You see Tim Green cross with the nose guard Pindock, and that leaves Blaze Winter kind of open to make the play. Good switch, good pressure on that offensive line of West Virginia.
Steve Superick is back to punt. 2 men deep for Syracuse. Nice high kick, but fairly short. Fair catch call at the 35-yard line. That's the new rule this year. Ed Coban made the catch on the 34-yard punt, and I believe somebody got inside that 2-foot cylinder. Fred Smalls was down there, number 31. Jim Garvey's wife, Janet, is here, by the way, Steve, and she will never forgive you, she told me before the game, for referring to him as the Richard Simmons of officials last year at the Peach Bowl. Here's the call.
Violation of the fair catch rule, 2-yard restriction, 15-yard penalty, first down.
It is the responsibility of the kicking team and the members of the kicking team to give that player 2 yards of area. 5:21 left to go in the first half. 14-3, Syracuse.
.21 to behind Todd Norley. Play fake. Norley gets a block from Tom Stevens and lets the ball go. Tip, intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Daniels, number 8. That is his second of the season.
This is one of those type of passes that when you're up high, if you cannot make the catch, either bat it away or try to do something, but don't let it go tip drill. Norley is getting a lot of pressure, throws the ball is way away from his body. There's the tip drill, and Daniels, number 8, will walk right up under it. If you can't make the catch, there's 16 Shuades, and he's going to jump. Good effort. Try to knock it away.
He tried, couldn't do it. Hostetler on the rollout on first down and 10. Chased by Kimmel. Lets it go. Trapped or caught. It was trapped. Incomplete pass.
See, that's what I'm talking about that time. He scrambled out of the pocket. He's throwing to a very limited area. The entire defense can converge on the receiver. He limits his field on that time, on that type of play.
5:05 to go in the first half. 14-3. A 45-yard field goal by Paul Woodside as Washington State has taken an early lead over Washington. That could make things interesting for the Rose Bowl. Woodside with a 3-0 lead, or gave West Virginia a 3-0 lead, but Gayton has scored twice, once in each quarter, and it's 14-3 right now. Second and 10. Tom Gray gets out of the tackle of Jamie Kimmel, number 83, and into the tackle of Bill Pendock, number 99. Blaze Winter, number 98, also there. That'll bring up a third down and a need of 6. There's a look at the defensive line. Interesting, the 4 down linemen, Green, Pendock, Winter, and Kimmel, were all high school wrestlers. They have a mean streak. Play fake by Hostetler. Tip, incomplete. Tony Romano got his right hand on it, number 54. It was intended for Rich Hollins, the best of the wide receivers, who has been an absent force so far.
Watch the entire mean streak of that defensive line. There's Green, number 72, fighting with all that he's got on Scott Barrows, 54. That's what's causing Hostetler to throw the ball high and away a lot in this first half.
So despite the turnover, Steve Superick has to come on to punt. He has kicked it twice so far. Ed Coban is deep with Pete Ewald. Oh, great kick. He boomed it. Ewald, fumble. Jail at the 10. A 50-yard kick, 3 on the return. A hang time of 3.9. Don Nealon's troops have to settle down. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half of play, and Syracuse leads by 11.
Going three-wheeling, it's my lucky day. Going three-wheeling, come on out and play.
The Honda AGC. 8 different models for more fun in the snow than you've ever dreamed of.
Going three-wheeling, got the Honda AGC.
Ride it all winter long. And when the snow is gone, keep on riding.
Going three-wheeling.
After the volunteer fireman's drill, we handed out the beer, but we didn't tell them what kind it was.
It's light and it's smooth. Mellow, refreshing, just great.
I do want to know what it is.
It's Schaefer, today's Schaefer beer.
Is it Schaefer? Never thought I'd be drinking Schaefer. It's not bad. Not bad at all.
I'm going to tell the guys at the firehouse to get Schaefer beer. It's good.
Today's Schaefer is better than ever. Try it in Schaefer Light. They'll make a Schaefer drinker out of you.
It's good beer.
Coming up at halftime, the NCAA Today with Brent and Era. They'll have scores and highlights of a lot of the key games today, and there were a number of them, as well as an explanation of the bowl game picture, because bids can officially be let later on this afternoon. We know that one of these 2 teams will be going to the bowl, as West Virginia is bound out for Birmingham. And for these kids, Steve, it's really a bowl game for them this afternoon, their final game of the year.
It really is for Syracuse. I think one of the things offensively that they're doing that's really making a difference for them is that they're keeping West Virginia's defense rather conservative. Also, they're running quick hitting type plays. West Virginia prides itself on being able to get off the block and make the tackle. They're speeding it up just a little bit, making it a little bit tougher for them to blitz and do the things they like to do.
Double tight end set on first down. A handoff. Jamie Covington. I think we expected the Syracuse defense to be able to stay with West Virginia's offense. I don't think we did expect that Syracuse would move the ball like this. Why have they done so?
I think they've done so for a lot of reasons. One, they've really had a good combination of the pass and the run. They've gone I backs and split backs, and they've really made a difference and given him, Harold Gate, number 47, an opportunity to run. He's a powerful runner, but they've given him an opportunity by mixing the defense up, by manipulating him and getting him in position to run against him.
Norley slips and falls, completes the handoff. Covington tries to circle outside, and he runs into some traffic at the 16-yard line. That'll bring up a third down and 4. That's the 7th carry for Jamie Covington this afternoon. He has picked up 24 yards. Texas leading Baylor 24-13. Of course, the Longhorns are undefeated this year, and they've still got a game coming up with Texas A&M and California in the rematch of the bands in California. Well, we spent some time out there earlier this year, and boy, they have all kinds of mementos of that classic game of a year ago around the offices at Cal. Covington, I do not believe he had enough.
You're seeing great individual effort when they are running the football by Syracuse, by Brent Ziegler. He's the fullback. He's got an injured shoulder. Every time he makes a block, it's very painful. That time he took Ed Hughes, number 47, out of the play and gave him an opportunity to make a little bit of a gain.
Willie Drury is back to return the kick of Jim Fox, who has punted twice thus far and is kicking now on 4th down and 1. 2:22 to go in the first half. 14-3. Line drive kick will be returned, but not far. Dave Kaminsky was down to make the tackle, and UCLA has taken an early lead over a struggling USC team. Now, UCLA is in position to go to the Rose Bowl if they win their game and Washington State beats Washington. Northern Illinois is bound for the California Bowl, and North Carolina is bouncing back after 3 consecutive defeats. 14-3 they lead. By the way, Floyd Little will be honored at halftime here for his induction into the Football Hall of Fame. He and his wife Joyce are here, one of the great names in Syracuse football. Draw play. Sophomore from Somerville, New Jersey, number 32, runs into Tim Green, who has a ton of tackles in the first half. And West Virginia calls timeout. There's Gray, who came in with 268 yards. By the way, you see the number 58 on the back of the helmet of these West Virginia youngsters. They had a tragedy befall their football team just a couple of weeks ago when a former teammate, Andrew Gist, was killed in a one-car accident after the team had played Temple. There's the number 58. And it's very fresh on their minds and a significant event in their lives. It happened just 2 weeks ago. He was a member of the Tampa Bay Bandits of the USFL and had come back to watch his alma mater play Temple, and that night was killed in a one-car accident. So in his memory, that of Andrew Gist, all of the West Virginia players are wearing number 58.
One of the things we're seeing by the Syracuse defense right now, they're going to what we call a reduced look. Generally, they are a 5 defensive man front, 2 linebackers. But what they're doing is they've got Kimmel, Green, Pindock, and Winter, and a 4, it's a reduced front, and they're dropping back Roche, number 38, as a linebacker. So he's playing like an extra defensive back. So they're confident those 4 people can handle the offensive line of West Virginia.
Jeff Hostetler, 8 out of 11 for 97 yards. 2 wide receivers wide to the left. Hollins at the 35 or 6-yard line. Rich Hollins had caught 43 coming in. He just about quadrupled everybody else, and that is his first catch this afternoon. Senior from Zanesville, Ohio. And West Virginia has the ball with the time stopped. 1:51 to go in the half. Wayne Brown goes wide to the right, and Hollins comes to the short side of the field. The cornerbacks are playing deep. Draw play. to the 29 goes Tom Gray. Into the arms of Tony Romano, number 54.
When you're a hard penetrating type defense, you've got to stop them, get them off balance, try to make them do something they're not comfortable with, and the draw play or a screen play will stop that quick reaction to that front. Make them start to think about what's coming at them.
Triple coverage. Overthrown. Willie Drury, number 48, the intended receiver. I think Hostetler may have just shoved that one out of the end zone. Saw that triple coverage. Jeff Hostetler, of course, with the family ties to Penn State from Holsopple, Pennsylvania, Dairytown, just 80 miles between West Virginia and Penn State.
From the Syracuse 29.
And his brothers Doug and Ron both were linebackers at Penn State. He was a linebacker in high school.
An All-American linebacker in high school.
1:19 to go in the half, 3rd and 4. King from Griffin, Georgia. 4th down. Timeout, West Virginia. What a pop.
One of the things that this Syracuse defense did against Boston College is just this. They put so much pressure. It looks like he's got a good block, but everything just closes down. Pindock was on Legg, the center, number 62, crowded inside, really stuffed Bill Legg. The center there is Mr. Hostetler. He's wondering, what did we do to this defense to get them so excited?
Well, he'll have 15 minutes, or 20 minutes rather, at halftime to sort it all out. 14-3, and Paul Woodside has come on. Woodside already has kicked 1 today.
The only game that I played on that we were defeated at Oklahoma in my years 73 through 75 was against Kansas. It was a ball game that Kansas, we were favored by 20 points. We gave them all the confidence in the world, and they beat us by 20. And that's what was happening today. West Virginia's beating the ego and the confidence of Syracuse, and they'll play like they could beat anybody today.
Well, you talked about it, and I'm proud of you for talking about the one that you lost. I better mention how many you won.
No, it doesn't matter. But
sure.
I remember the one I lost more than any of the ones I won.
Steve Davis was a starter with Joe Washington in the backfield at Oklahoma, and the team was 34-1-1 in his 3 years there. Paul Woodside to try it from 44 yards out. No. Flag is down. Looked like Pete Ewald might have tipped it, and if he did, it was his 3rd tip of the year. He's blocked 2 already. If Ewald got this, and let's see. Here's Jim Garvey.
We've got, hold it, Coach, please. We've got a personal foul. The kick was not touched. Hold it. Here.
Oh, I love him.
Tony Romano comes over to talk to Dick McPherson. And Dick McPherson wants a timeout because he wants to talk to Jim Garvey. These are moments to be careful. Here's Garvey.
Foul, roughing the kicker, defense, 1st down. Timeout.
Let's see if we can see what Coach McPherson is upset about. Ewald, number 26, coming from the bottom of your screen. Let's see at the end of the play. Yes, he's got to clear. He's got to give the kicker time.
Let me say this to you. Number 1, it was wrong.
Whether the ball was tipped, and the officials ruled it was not, as Pete Ewald came in from the side.
Ewald comes from the side. I think what Coach McPherson's were upset about is that, The kicker keeps walking a little bit. He has the right to follow through his motion, but he's walking. I think that's what he's upset about more than anything else. The kicker has his right or his ability to complete and follow through.
Well, mercifully, there are no oranges on the field. And it's a first down at the 15. Another flag is down. And so is Ron Wolfley at about the 11. That's Ron Hobby, number 10. Here's Jim Garvey. It'll go against West Virginia. Initially, I thought it was a matter of whether Ewald, but Ewald was there late. I thought
he was there late, and what he really took the wrong path. You've got to go out in front where the ball is going to be.
Illegal use of hands, pushing from the rear, defense, first down.
You've got to make the effort to go out where the ball is going to be to block it. He really went to the player. It was a good call.
52 seconds, 51, and the clock running. Jamie Kimmel comes across and pops Rob Bennett. Now, was he drawn, or Don Nealon has kept his counsel until now. So Kimmel saw Bennett move and then came across and politely, I'll say it, he made contact. That's one more penalty on West Virginia. Now they have a first down and 20, almost back where they tried the field goal. Hollins in motion, Hostetler to throw. Deep in the corner, tipped away. Vic Bellamy, number 22. Junior from Philadelphia. And that'll bring up a second down and 22 with 32 seconds to go in the half. 14-3 Syracuse. 2 touchdown runs from Harold Gayton. And a little controversy here late in the first half of play. Wants a timeout with 13 seconds to go. And that is their final timeout with 9 seconds to go, and they wasted actually about 6 or 7 seconds.
Yeah, if you're going to make the call, you've got to be aware of what's going on the sidelines and what your coaches want you to do. They've lost several seconds. It really doesn't matter here. They're going to go for the field goal anyway.
Paul Woodside comes back on. Officially still 17 of 21 for the year. Significant, I think, only, Steve, in that they would have had 15 seconds and a third down, a chance to go into the end zone at least once, as long as Hostetler plays it safe and try for the touchdown. But now, because the time has run off the clock, they'll settle for the field goal attempt.
The defensive line is really doing a tremendous job of putting pressure on Hostetler. He had again to get out of the pocket that he was in. He looked around. He found Hollins, who had found the open area and made the completed pass, or the opportunity for the completed pass. But it's the Hostetler ability. You know, a kid that's not very mobile would have been tackled, and the defensive line would have won the battle.
The one Woodside has missed from inside the 39 was a 33-yard effort. This will be 34 yards. And he hammers it home to shave the lead to 14-6 now, with only 4 seconds to go in the first half.
4 seconds remaining in the first half.
It has been interesting.
You do not want to let officials or crowd control the football game. You want to try to rise above all those frustrations. Those are factors you cannot control as a player. You want those things not to bother you, not to get involved in your thinking. But I think at that particular time, West Virginia, both and Syracuse, got a little frustrated, let the area factors of the game they couldn't control start to control them a little bit.
Huddle on the far side of the field. Don Nealon and the West Virginia bunch has a birthday coming up January 1st. at which time he will be 48. I've been aging him a little, and I think he's aging himself this afternoon, calling him 48. He's actually 47 right now. Steve Superick will kick off. An 8-point Syracuse lead. 2 touchdowns for Syracuse, 2 field goals from Paul Woodside of West Virginia. 14-6. Syracuse coming in somewhere near an 8-point underdog today. Jamie Covington and Harold Gaydon wait for the kick. It has been the ability of the Syracuse offense to move on West Virginia's defense that has been the surprise in this half. Kick is taken short. And Walter Mosley, freshman running back, had a pretty nice return. Well, the homecoming crowd at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York is quite happy. 14-6, Syracuse leading it. A quick recap for you. West Virginia scored first on a 45-yard field goal from Paul Woodside. Then a gadget play as Scott Schwades, the flanker, threw a 59-yard pass to Harold Gaydon to set up the first touchdown, which Gaydon scored. Then Gaydon got a second touchdown to make it 14-3, and Woodside just authored another field goal to make it 14-6. And I'm really impressed by what Syracuse, Steve, has been able to do offensively.
Offensively, they have kept West Virginia rather conservative. That's what you want to do. Don't let them tee off on you and try to do different things to you. They've kept them conservative, and they've also been able to complete key passes when they had to, and then use their horses of Gaydon as a running back, and that's made the difference in the football game.
Our score is 14-6. We'll be back with Brent and Arrow from New York with scores and highlights after this word about an upcoming show on CBS and a message from your local station. Todd Norley warming up on the sideline. His team on top. Jeff Hostetler getting ready to go in after the kickoff. His team trails 14-6. Glad you're with us. A heck of a ball game. Syracuse and West Virginia. Vern Lundquist along with Steve Davis as CBS Sports has come to the Carrier Dome. Don McCauley booms it deep. King Harvey will drop to one knee. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. Jeff Hostetler in the first half, 10 out of 15 for 119 yards. He also ran the ball 7 times for 10 yards, so he was pretty much the total offensive picture for West Virginia. First down and 10, and Hostetler comes in.
One statistic that I really did not notice at halftime on the stats, but really what Syracuse has done to West Virginia's running game, they've rushed 23 times for only 39 yards. That may be the important stat.
Hand off to the second man through, and not much. So that wave of enthusiasm defensively that we saw in the first half continues. That time, the cheerleader was Bill Pendock, number 92. There's a great example of what you're talking about.
West Virginia really feels like they've got to establish the run, because Hostetler, you get him into a predictable position, and most defenses can be pretty good against him. So you want to be able to have a running game to complement your passing game, and that's not what he's had in the first half.
And Dick McPherson, the Syracuse coach, said his team hasn't stopped the run well the last 2 weeks, but they are today. Second down, Hostetler to throw. Tom Gray. And that'll be short of the first down. The tackle is made by Tony Romano with help from John Roos, number 40.
Complete to number 32, Tom Gray.
This has been a big quarter for West Virginia throughout the year, outscoring opponents by 66 points. As a matter of fact, Syracuse has been outscored in this quarter 16-48. So I don't know what that means, but
coaches never told me coming out of the halftime, hey, this is our big quarter to score. I don't know.
Hostetler. Gray. First down. West Virginia. Flag is also down. Tackle made by Bernie King. Jim Garvey, who took command of this game early as the referee of this officiating crew and has had a busy afternoon. His first pronouncement was keep the oranges off the field. And then he had to make a couple of tough calls late in the first quarter. Now listen to the booming stentorian voice of Jim Garvey. He doesn't have 2.
Defensive holding, 10 yards. The run. First down.
Let's see who they're holding right there. like they were holding Green.
Except the penalty went the other way.
Yeah, it did.
First down and 10. Rob Bennett, the tight end, comes tight to the right. Two wide receivers are wide right. Draw play. Oh, mercy. Blaze Winter and Jamie Kimmel. Kimmel, number 83, is playing on an injured ankle. Wednesday afternoon in practice, he hurt it, and he didn't know if he could go today. And they were worried that he would not be able to go the entirety of the game, but he has thus far, and with enthusiasm.
Defensive coaches seem to think that Jamie Kimmel is the best athlete on the football field when they're on defense. 4.8 speed, excellent feet, former down lineman.
Blaze Winter, number 98, had problems with his shoe. Finally got it tied. It'll be second down and 9. Across the middle, Tom Gray, short of the first down, up at the 49-yard line. This time it was Blaze Winter with recently tied shoe who went back to make the tackle.
Hostetler is using a short game. He's got to take the linebackers out of the running attack. He's got to take those people and make them start concentrating on the pass more, and maybe can loosen up the running opportunities, because right now the linebackers are really having a heyday of supporting those front four people and really shutting off the running game. You've got to make them respect the pass.
Third and 3 with 12:15 to go. Third quarter, 14-6 Syracuse. Flag is down. We've got a penalty in the offensive backfield that probably will wipe out the first down. Holding West Virginia. And the hold, though Jim Garvey will not so identify him, is going to be on number 36, Ron Wolfley. And that wipes out a big gain to the 34-yard line. Garvey will walk it off. And then let us know what happened.
Offensive holding. Third down.
There's Ron Wolfley, who got caught in that holding pattern against one of the linebackers who had come up to try and contain Jeff Hostetler. On third down conversions, West Virginia is 5 out of 10 today, and for the season, they are an amazing 43%. 33% is considered well done. But they've got a third and 16 now. Intercepted. Jim Goralski. His first of the year. A 14-yard return for the senior out of Detroit, Michigan.
Hostetler let this ball float on him. He's trying to go to 88. Rich Hollins, he just throws the ball well over Hollins, and there it is, Goralski making the grab. Number 6, playing free safety, just playing kind of center field, let the ball come right over the top, and made the play.
That is only the 8th interception that Hostetler has thrown this season. So he has not been interception prone. And there's one of the 17 seniors playing his final game. Jim Gorzalski, first down 10, Syracuse. So the wave of emotion continues for the Orange men of Syracuse, and they have an 8-point lead with timeout on the field.
One company provides cars and trucks to satisfy the wants and needs of virtually every man and woman in the USA. That's today's Chevrolet. One company puts some of the world's most advanced manufacturing and design facilities to work for America. That's today's Chevrolet. America, you're on the move again. And Chevrolet is providing your wheels. And you. This is the Xerox 620.
That his dad played at Syracuse, Tom Stevens Sr., and wore number 44 after Jim Brown and before Ernie Davis. First down and 10. Quick screen, Scott Schwades. Would he throw it again? No, he'll run. He gets a block from Ziegler, and he's got close to the first down at the 38-yard line. Steve Newberry makes the tackle. His dad, Gerhard Schwades, played here as well.
Syracuse is trying to make them respect this play. There's no support. Schwades, number 16, has excellent speed, 4.5, and just uses speed and makes it upfield. Nobody's coming to meet him.
Now then, there is a flag down on the play. That was thrown at the 46 and will be against Syracuse. Interesting, that great tradition about the number 44. When Joe Morris came here, they asked Joe to wear 44 to follow in the footsteps of Jim Brown, Tom Stevens, Ernie Davis, and Floyd Little. He said, nope, I'm my own man. I want 47. So all he did is break all of their rushing records.
We got a clip during the run.
That'll make it a first down. Didn't quite reach 40,000 today. The attendance at 36,661 on a homecoming day. First down, 22. Norley, that's a very slowly developing screen pass, and they pay a penalty for it. That was ugly.
That looked like my throwing day. You've got to drop back. You've got to set the line. All of a sudden, when you see that line begin to read that it is a screen play as they made movement towards the screen call side, watch the linemen react and the linebackers. 1, 2, 3, set. Now he's giving too much time. They're reacting now. You're too late. Way too late. Throw it out of bounds.
Loss of 3, second down and 25. Overthrew the man, but Schwades goes up on the stepladder and makes the catch. And he's got the ball at the 47-yard line. Steve Newberry made the tackle. Schwades only 5'11", 160, and Kansas still leading Missouri 37-27. I wonder if that might not affect Missouri's bowl plans.
Well, Kansas has been a pain in the side of Missouri for years. I mean, that is always a tremendous game.
Last year, Washington State won that game and knocked the Huskies out of the Rose Bowl. They might do it again. Third down, 15. 14-6, Syracuse leads. Norley, that difficult crossbody pass. Schwades has a first down. Fumble, out of bounds, Syracuse football. First and 10 at the 26. Ed Hughes made the hit.
Scott Schwades, number 16.
Flag down.
He's up to 162 pounds now. Watch the roll, a lot of pressure. Good throw by Norley. Now he makes the right cut. Newberry doesn't wrap him up. Lost position. Another pretty good block by Covington. And upfield, that was the good block, was probably the clip.
Unfortunately, if you're a Syracuse fan, here's the call from Jim Garvey.
Flipping outside the legal flipping zone. Third down.
Jamie Covington, number 45, was trying to help his fellow teammates. Can't do it that way.
Marty Chalk and Jim Tate come in as double tight ends as Dick McPherson increases his pace on the sideline. And it's now 3rd and 35. That cost him about 60 yards, all told, from where the first down had been achieved. Quick kick. Brent Ziegler. It is blocked in the line of scrimmage. It was blocked, I believe, by Brian Dick. I'm not sure. Defensive tackle, number 86.
I think it was blocked by his own man.
Do you really? So Brent Ziegler, the senior, tries it.
Ziegler, number 43. I think it was blocked by his own man. I think Matt Walker's bottom is going to get right in the way. Or 45, Covington. Uh-oh.
Ouch.
Right in the back of Jamie Covington, 45. That's a hard...
Well, they recovered the punt.
Fourth down.
That was on third down, and Syracuse did recover. So now they can bring the regular troops on.
You've got to realize, they don't practice that play a lot. Linemen don't practice it a lot, so it's understandable why they got it blocked. They're lucky that West Virginia didn't get on the ball and have excellent field position.
Best I ever saw doing that. Bill Bradley under Darrell Royal of Texas. Which, again, gives an indication of my age, doesn't it? Here's a kick by Tim Fox. Roughing the kicker call. Fair catch at the 31, but bring it on back. Tim Fox got hit. Jim Fox. I would would say the pace of the game has been affected by the flags. Don Nealon can't believe it. Looked like it was Wes Turner, number 91. Let's check it.
Let's see. Fox will try to punt the ball away. There's no sense in that. The ball's away. That was just lack of mental concentration, of realizing where you are in position to the kicker. Now you've given, they wouldn't have ever gotten a 1st and 10. That's the only way it could happen.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, automatic 1st down.
I tell you, we've heard more of Jim Garvey today than we have of Steve Davis.
I'm taking my blazer down to him right now.
He's going to qualify for a CBS pension by the time the game's out. 1st down, 10, Syracuse. Flip to the left side. Harold Gayton. Now watch. He's got one man to beat. He gets a great block at the 14. Say a lot of wide receivers will not block downfield, but watch Mike Ciano, number 14.
First of all, watch Gayton make the cut. The play breaks down to his right. The stop right on the money. Turns a 90-degree angle. Watch the block by Ciano, number 14, right there. It doesn't knock the man to his feet, but it gives him a chance.
Covington tries for a couple, doesn't get there. Ciano hit Steve Newberry and knocked him back at least 3 yards. Ed Hughes and Matt Smith make the tackle. Gayton, that run was good for 52 yards, and it is the longest run by double the amount against West Virginia this year. Chucky Scales ran at 26 yards in their game against Pitt. Gayton now has 83 yards on 6 carries. It's 2nd down and 10. Syracuse at the 14. Double tight end, split backs. And Norley wants to throw. Nope. To the 9-yard line, where Steve Hathaway made the tackle. Norley is a sophomore out of Warrington, Pennsylvania.
Norley doesn't want to be considered as a running quarterback. He's grinning real big. That time he got outside containment. Nobody was there. They don't respect his ability to run the ball. He jumped in the secondary. Boy, he's got to be a happy man right now.
Dick McPherson, 3rd year here. Could be their first winning season. It's 3rd and 6, and Syracuse leads 14-6. The option play. Roland Grimes caught and dropped short of the 1st down. Any mistakes you noticed on that play?
Well, first of all, Norley, the quarterback, you've got to make somebody take you. This is the problem. He's not an option quarterback. He pitches off of nobody. Make somebody take you. Make somebody grab you. That way, the man that's got the quarterback can play both the pitch and the quarterback. You've got to make somebody take you.
Field goal from Don McCulley. McCulley for the season is 13 out of 19. And this will be a field goal effort of 25 yards. High snap. McCulley pulls a Garo Yepremian. And his receiver was in an ethereal zone. He's got a better arm than Yepremian does.
He really does. He threw a rocket.
That was a heck of a pass. McCulley's mad at his receiver for not catching the ball.
There's a name, we call this the uh-oh play. Here's McPherson, the coach, trying to figure out what's going to happen. This is his reaction. It's like watching tennis.
It's been a long afternoon as Don McCulley goes back.
He tries to get the ball under control. Now watch him throw the rocket. 14-6. Don't go away. We'll be back.
Hardigan's Hardware took delivery of 60 sacks of assorted seed.
Seed.
And Fenton's Fast Fertilizer.
Fertilizer.
That evening, the sprinkler system malfunctioned. Overnight, their business had grown.
Oh, my gosh.
Fortunately, they had Century's unique business policy for hardware store owners.
Just wait till I tell her. Honey, they're going to help us cut. Losses.
If you own a business, call Century, where all's well, even when all isn't.
Test pilot Chuck Yeager for AC Delco.
In a high-performance fighter, we go from the griddle to more than 20 degrees below in just seconds. Well, here's an all-weather fighter for your car. The new Delco Freedom Dura Power Battery.
14-6. Hostetler has him at the 5-yard line. He'll hand it off to his running back, Wolfley. Bill Pendock, the nose guard. This has been just an outstanding defensive effort through almost 3 quarters by Syracuse. There's Blaze Winter, number 98, the senior from Blauvelt, New York.
What's happening? Syracuse is shutting the running game down. Now it's second down and long. Now you've got to think they're going to have to throw some short flank-type pass, something behind the linebackers, so you're in a predictable situation. Now you play 3 linebackers, rush 4 guys, and expect the pass.
Second down and 9. From the goal line, Hostetler intercepted. Ron Hobby picks it off, number 10. The Smurfs. Ron Hobby gets his 4th pass interception of the season.
Syracuse felt like they had to harass Hostetler. He overthrows his intended receiver. Bennett, the tight end. Hobby goes right at the ball was thrown right to Hobby.
From the tee, Gaydon to the 3. Anthony Daniels, number 8, a part of the tackle. Gaydon has been the offensive gun for Syracuse today. That is his 7th carry for 86 yards, and he has scored twice.
It's been the pressure, though, of those front 4, Kimmel, Green, Pendock, and Winter, that's made all the difference in the world. Here's the reception again, the interception. Watch Hostetler, good pressure, good pocket, though, just overthrows. In fact, Bennett only kind of waved at the football, and Hobby makes the interception.
Second down and goal from the 2. Covington. To the 1. Jamie Covington, he'll be back next year. He's a junior out of Queens, New York. Ron Hobby with the interception. That much on 3rd down. Not get in. Arthur Ashe, number 31, defensive back, made the first hit. It's 4th down.
Just a power. They've got the 2 lead backs blocking. The 1 back missed the outside linebacker. You've got to make the block on that outside linebacker, and they missed him that time. On Arthur Ashe, they did not make the block. He was a free man.
Homecoming. Nearly 40,000 are here. They have been thrilled thus far. Tom Stevens, number 60, has brought the play in, and Syracuse wants it on 4th down, but now Jim Garvey hurries in. They're going to respot the ball. Now start the clock again. 4:22 to go, 3rd quarter. West Virginia has led just once. They led 3-0. Syracuse went on top 7-3, 14-3. It was 14-6 at the half, and that's where it is now.
They like that goal line power play.
Covington, touchdown. tries to go 6 yards after the second turnover of the day. The touchdown drive set up by Ron Hobby's pass interception. And now Don McCauley on to try and make it 21-6. He's done so.
The previous play, they didn't block Arthur Ashe 31. This time they block Arthur Ashe. Covington breaks into the end zone for the touchdown, 21-6. Oh, 4:01 left to go in the third quarter.
For the past...
For the time in the game in your area. Don McCauley will kick off after Jamie Covington's 4th down, 1-yard touchdown run. And that has further ignited an already emotional Syracuse crowd. The beast from the east is rising. Don McCauley will kick it deep to either Gary Mullen or King Harvey. Harvey will coming back. To the 20-yard line. Now let's go back to Brent Musburger in New York for an update.
Vern, here's the Pac-10 situation.
He wins, then that other game becomes academic. Here's Hostetler dropped at the 35-yard line. His tight end, Rob Bennett. The 6'6 junior from Buchanan, New York. Hostetler was 10 of 15 at the half. He is now 12 out of 20 for 132 yards. I'll tell you, he makes Jack Armstrong sound like a piker with a 4-point average. Dairy farm background, possible Rhodes Scholar, All-American quarterback. Only thing he didn't do, as far as we know, is live in a log cabin. 2nd down and 10, draw play. Tom Gray runs into Bernie King, number 34, and is caught 5 yards short of the first down. Syracuse, I think, Steve, began to sense they had something going really in the Penn State and particularly the Pitt game.
They really have begun to sense some things and pull together. And I think the main thing was their defense. They had their quarterbacks hurt, banged up. Norley was out of the ball game several times. But I think the defense has really made the difference. Their offense has been inconsistent, but it's been the defense and especially the front four.
West Virginia 5 of 11 on 3rd down conversions, and now West Virginia calls timeout. Jeff Hostetler not pleased with the defensive alignment he noticed when he got to the line of scrimmage, so time has been called with 3:08 remaining in the third quarter.
Chevrolet, taking charge.
When you buy a dependable Chevy Chevette, you'll find you can also afford some of the other good things in life. Like extra money for a growing family, or an honest-to-goodness vacation. Because Chevette's so dependable, 97% ever built are still going strong. So you can plan to own your Chevette for years and begin putting your money into something other than a car.
Chevrolet,
and you.
Taking charge.
It's sure getting expensive to keep warm these days. Gesundheit.
With my thermostat kept way down, it gets pretty chilly. How come you're so comfortable?
I just got a new super-efficient gas furnace. It uses 1/3 less fuel and keeps me cozy in every room.
Gee, if I get one of those, I won't be so cold.
And I wouldn't eat up so much money.
With a high-efficiency gas heating system, you can...
Away most valuable player from each of the teams. Chevy donates a $1,000 check to the General Scholarship Fund of each school, and the MVPs receive certificates from Chevrolet acknowledging their outstanding performances. That's coming up in the fourth quarter. And right now, Syracuse has a 21-6 lead with 3:08 to go in the third. Mountaineers trying to go 9-2, but trailing right now 21-6. Hostetler. That's good for a first down. Rich Hollins makes the catch. Vic Bellamy makes the tackle. I think we had expected much more out of that combination today than we have seen.
They wanted to get the ball to Hollins a lot more, and especially they wanted to try to isolate him on number 38, Rick Roche. They've not been able to get that isolation and that mismatch.
First down, 10. Backs in the eye. Draw play. Gray, about 5. Jamie Kimmel made the tackle. There's a junior out of Kirkwood, New York. Last year was an inside linebacker, and they moved him to the outside this season. down and 5. 21-6 with 2:20 to go. Third quarter, Syracuse on top. Gray has a first down plus as he is finally stopped at the 49 by John Roos, number 40. That is a gain of 11. And here again, Steve, I mean, we've got 17 minutes to play, so patience certainly can be a virtue for West Virginia.
You've got to have patience. You've got to realize that you don't have to get it all very quick. That time, Scott Barrows, number 54, the guard, made a good block on Pindock to give the gain.
Watch out. Tim Green. The sophomore from Liverpool. Now let's go to Brent Musburger for an update on Duke, North Carolina. Hostetler has now carried 8 times for a total of 5 yards, and it's second down and 15. Wayne Brown in motion, play fake. Hostetler in trouble, incomplete pass. There is a flag down. We may get contact. If so, I think it's going to be called on Rich Roche, number 38. Here's Jim Garvey.
The contact was across the line of defense. First down.
Got a suddenly erratic microphone, but it's pass interference, and it'll be a first down.
That was about as poor a pass or effort of a pass by Hostetler I've seen all the football game. He threw off balance. He rushed his throw. He's getting intimidated just a little bit that time. He really threw off the wrong foot and everything, trying to force the ball in there. He got a lucky break.
It's a first down and 10. That is the 12th first down for West Virginia. Split backs. Hostetler wants to throw again, and he wants it all. Double coverage. Caught. Gary Mullen, number 1. Boy, that was a terrific throw into double coverage of 33 yards. That's the 19th catch this year for the senior out of Clairton, Pennsylvania.
Really, I couldn't hardly tell who caught the ball. It was Mullen, number 1. It's just a post route across the middle. Ed Coben, number 5, is going to be the defender. He's right there. But excellent concentration by Mullen.
First down and 10 at the 24. Tom Gray. Just a couple. Bernie King, or Romano rather. Tony Romano, who has been the real leader of this team for the last 2 or 3 years. A 3.9 grade point average in business, and he is one of the 11 National Football Foundation Scholar Athletes, an honor that he and Jeff Hostetler share, and Hostetler is going to make the speech at the awards banquet in New York. Romano will be there. They'll be on friendlier terms then. Second down and 6 with 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. First and goal at the 3. Tom Gray. Vic Bellamy, Ed Coban saved the touchdown.
Jamie Kimmel, number 83, made a tremendous mistake. Look at him. He forced it upfield. He had containment. He really just slacked off and gave him the opportunity to break into the secondary.
That's the end of the third quarter. Our score 21-6. West Virginia versus Syracuse is an exclusive presentation of CBS Sports. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after this message and a word from your local station.
Now
in Syracuse, New York, with Steve Davis on for lunch list, and it has been really a terrific ball game so far.
It really has. West Virginia, I think, has an excellent chance to get back to the football game. They've really done their part of quieting the crowd and giving them a chance. Good play selection this drive.
And they've got a first down and goal from the 3. The injured player was Ed Coban. He has been taken off the field. Flags are down, and they'll whistle the play dead. Bring it back. There's Ed Coban, senior from Endicott, New York.
Come on, we got to take care of it.
And they will continue with the medical check on him. Meanwhile, the infraction against the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Final quarter of play as CBS Sports has come to the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York. Here's Jim Garvey.
Hit ball. Offense. First and goal.
As he worn out his microphone?
It could be it. West Virginia was 6-0 before they went into Penn State, hoping to win there for the first time since '55, and they couldn't do it. Then they lost to Miami. They've won 2 since, and they're 8-2. Here's Hostetler. Off the back foot, tipped away in the end zone. Terrific effort by Rich Roche, the linebacker on the outside who had drifted deep into the middle of the end zone.
And again, that time you commented on it. Jeff Hostetler rolling to his left. Let's see, watch him. He throws off balance. He's trying to hurry his throw. That doesn't help you. See, watch him. He sees him open up. He's off his feet. There's no power on the ball. Throwing it into coverage, trying to force the ball. Great quarterback, Jeff Hostetler. You don't need to do that.
Ed Coban has come back in the lineup. And it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 9. 21-6 with 14:50 to go. They've got to hurry to get the play call before the 25-second clock. They do so. No, they didn't either. The play has been whistled dead, and that'll cost them 5. To Don Nehlen's arrival in West Virginia, the team had had 4 losing seasons in a row. Here's the call.
25-second count violation. Offense, 2nd down.
That'll make it 2nd down and goal from the 14. In Don Nehlen's first year there, having come from Bo Schembechler's staff at Michigan, they went 6-6. Then 9-3, 9-3, and this year 8-2. He's 32-14 as head coach at West Virginia, but his team trails now 21-6. Draw play, Gray. Blaze Winter. 6'3", 255 pounds. Makes the tackle of Tom Gray. Gary Mullen will bring the play in from Don Nehlen. Hey, he had a quarterback record at Bowling Green almost rivaled yours at Oklahoma. He was 21-2-4, but that was back when you were but a babe in swaddling clothes. 3rd down. Hostetler. Touchdown. Gary Mullen gets his 3rd touchdown catch of the season. Flag is down. Against West Virginia.
The hands, 5 yards, offense, 3rd down.
13 penalties for 104 yards. And now a 3rd down from the 15-yard line. Wayne Brown, wide left. Paul Woodside.
4th and goal from the 15.
Again, Hostetler forced out of the pocket, and he limits his field. All of a sudden, he's only throwing to about 1/4 of the field. The coverage can sink into that area. It makes it very easy to defend the play, knock the ball away.
Woodside is 18 out of 22 for the year. This will be a kick of 32 yards. He's got his 3rd of the game. He had 28 field goals last season. Paul Woodside kicks his 3rd. It's now 21-9 with 13:46 to go in the ball game.
When people
that they're going to go for a onside kick, they're bringing their big boys out, putting their receivers in.
So while they change the receiving teams, Let's go back to Brent Musburger in New York for an update on Duke, North Carolina.
Verne, North Carolina tied it, and then Duke stormed the length of the field. And here's the big running back, Mike Grayson, 17 carries, 93 yards, 24-17.
So unpredictable with these young kids, 18 to 21, 2 years old, but...
There's no tomorrow for the seniors. There's no tomorrow. There's no film. There's no training room. It's open.
And West Virginia will kick it away. Schwades will take it and wisely take the touchback and bring it out to the 20-yard line. Brigham Young piling it on Utah 55-7. BYU in the Holiday Bowl again, and Washington State still leading Washington. They are now in the fourth quarter. Wouldn't that be something? California, they're setting themselves up for another band return there. And the update you just saw, Duke over North Carolina. Tennessee leading Kentucky. Jerry Claiborne has done a great job at Kentucky this year. And Hayden Fry's Iowa team back in a bowl again this season. And they'll bring their usual 35,000 people with them. First down and 10. Slot I formation. Todd Norley has gone the distance at quarterback. Marty Chalk starts in motion. Pitch out. Harold Gaydon. Flags are down. So's Gaydon at the 18.
I think Dave O'Black, number 55, the nose guard. Let's see. Uh-oh, no. Dave O'Black, 55, the nose guard, just got off the ball exceptionally fast. Thought he was offside.
If you're a penalty freak, you've got to be ecstatic this afternoon.
Yes.
That's a total of 20 that we've had accepted so far, assuming this one will be on 21. That's Dave O'Black, co-captain of the West Virginia team. And here's Jim Garvey again. Now, microphone's worn out. 13:33 to go in the ball game. Syracuse trying to go above 500 for the first time in a season since 1979, when they went to their last bowl, the Independence Bowl. Marcus Hackett has come in at the wide receiver spot. It's 21-9, Syracuse leading. Ed Hughes creeping up on the line. Blitz comes. Roland Grimes, the sophomore from Forestville, Maryland. It looks like a bad dream. Second down and 12. Texas hangs on to defeat Baylor. They've got the Aggies next in College Station. And the Baylor Bear streak continues. It's been 32 years since they won there. Illinois under Mike White going out to the Rose Bowl. And SMU now heads for Tokyo on Tuesday, where they face Houston next week. Michigan is on the way to the Sugar Bowl with a victory over Ohio State. Norley fakes the draw. Almost picked off by Van Richardson, sophomore linebacker from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Clemson defeats South Carolina 22-13. And Pittsburgh and Penn State tied at 24 all. Boston College rebounds with a big win over Holy Cross, but Holy Cross is in the 1AA playoffs, and we will have that championship game for you, or not the championship game, the semifinals on December 10th. And Missouri falls to Kansas. Maryland defeats NC State. Third down, 12. Whoops. I know this will shock and surprise you, but there's also another flag down.
Starting to look like a Richard Simmons exercise class, though, don't you think? I mean, the whole stadium ought to do signs or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Janet Garvey's going to get on you.
She's going to get me again. I know.
Dead ball foul. There's no option on the play.
We picked the
illegal procedure. Offense, third down.
No, the mic is not working. That's Jim Garvey's normal volume.
Oh.
He's got powerful lungs.
Now, if we don't be quiet, we're going to get in trouble.
I know he doesn't mind us teasing him because, as I said at the outset, he is, I think, one of the best officials in NCAA football.
Came to our rules meeting in September, met with all of the broadcasters with CBS. He is a great person.
Third down, 17. 21-9 with 12:25 to go in the game. Whoops! Ed Hughes made the hit, number 47, on Todd Norley.
look at what the quarterback gets to see. If you want to drop back, you want to play college football. He rolls out. A little knee, a little shoulder, a little elbow.
No wonder they wanted you to pitch the ball out, huh? Jim Fox back to kick from the goal line. Willie Drury waits for it at the West Virginia 40. A lot of time left, 12:20 to go in the ball game. Nice high kick. Fair catch, Drury at the 48-yard line. Don Neiman's offensive troops head back to the huddle. They've got the football. They trail 21-9 with 12:12 to go in the game.
Chevy Tuck is taking
First down 10 at the 48, West Virginia in the eye. Tom Gray. About 2 yards over right tackle. Tried to get the block from Dave DeJarnette and Kurt Keel on the right side, and Jamie Kimmel was there to mix it up. Offensive line for West Virginia, Brian Joswiak, Scott Barrows, Bill Legg, the center, Dave DeJarnette, and Kurt Keel with Rob Bennett, the tight end. Running backs are Tom Gray and Ron Wolfe. The wide receivers, Willie Drury and Wayne Brown right now. And West Virginia has a second down and 7 with 11:40 to go. 21-9 they trail. Oh, boy, John Roos. I was one of 36,600 who thought that one was gone.
The ball appeared so early that it was going to be an interception for John Roos, number 40. Watch Hostetler throw the ball. Roos is too prepared. He knows the ball's going to be there. Timed it perfectly. Just didn't put the ball away. He knew it was coming too long.
Jim Gorzalski has come in as a 5th defensive back for Syracuse, number 6. He's got 1 interception today. West Virginia is 6 of 13 on third down conversions. Quarterback draw. Hostetler can kill you with that play. And he's got enough for another first down. Jamie Kimmel made the tackle. He had no intention of doing anything but tucking and running then. Here are the alumni cheerleaders. And they've got the year on the back. 76, 74. Hell, that's my age right there. 57. Now, that's his class, not his age. Although they are about to equate. First down and 10. 11:08 to go. Play action. Hostetler into double coverage from Mullen, who's open. Touchdown. I think, yes. Going on in the corner, but Gary Mullen hit the pylon as he went in. That is a 6-point play. And Hostetler has thrown his 14th touchdown toss of 1983. Bingo, it's 21-15. And Paul Woodside is going to try and shave the margin to 5 points.
On the play, Vic Bellamy, number 22, really lost sight of where Mullen, number 1, was. Watch the ball. It'll be perfectly thrown right there. Actually, it's Coben, number 5. We'll be back.
More than most people.
104 yards and penalties. This is unnecessary. It's unsportsmanlike. There's no need for that. It's classless acts. Shouldn't have happened. He's lucky he didn't get a penalty. Set his team back, give Syracuse better field position, give him a chance to score, and win them. You know, that kind of deal. You can't do it that way.
First down and 10. Syracuse needs to regain a spark now as they were hit with the big play defensively, and now their offense is back on the field. right tackle for Jamie Covington into the arms of the nose guard, Dave Oblak. That's final score now. Tennessee bowl-bound again under Johnny Majors. And Kentucky finishes with a 6-4-1 record, but that's quite a turnaround from 1-10 a year ago. Or, no, 0-10-1 a year ago. So the Wildcats finished 6-4-1. Dick McPherson, a little concerned right now. Second down, 7. 10:23 to go. It's 21-16. Syracuse leads. Covington. First down. Jim Merritt's number 96 makes the tackle. That buys a couple of minutes on the clock for the Orange men, as well as moves the chain. And it keeps Hostetler on the bench.
First down is so important in this situation. Just get a good first down play. Try to concentrate on giving yourself 3-4 yards. Don't put yourself in a critical, obvious passing situation where they can drop back on you.
10th first down for the Orange men today. They were 6-5 also at the end of regular season in '79. Norley, quick pitch. King Harvey. No. Mike Morris, beg your pardon. Number 36 made the catch. And that's a quick 7 yards. They have been terrific on first down throughout the day. Mike Morris has another brother, Larry, who is a part of the roster, and they, of course, are the younger brothers of Joe Morris, the all-time leading ground gainer in Syracuse University history. And what great names they have had here. Not just Jim Brown, Floyd Little, Ernie Davis, and Larry Zonka, who was here last night, but men like Duffy Daugherty, the coach of Michigan, Pappy Waldorf, the coach at California, graduates of Syracuse. Second down and 4. Up the middle. Could be. See where the spot is made. That's going to be, I think, short of the first down. Derek Christian, the linebacker, number 49, makes the tackle on Covington.
The first down play to Morris gave them a second, about 3. Now they're third down and short. They're going to get a little bit more time. They'll probably make the 1st and 10. That's the kind of rhythm you want to get into. You don't want to get too conservative, but you don't want to feel like you've got to do a whole lot that might hurt you later.
8:40 to go in the ball game. 21-16. Syracuse leads. Third and about 1.5 feet. Straight tee. First down, Harold Gaydon. That buys him another couple of minutes. Right. Miami of Ohio knocks off Cincinnati. Clock is running, 8.5 to go. Temple defeats Rutgers by 1 today. And Penn over Dartmouth, 38-14.
They got all winter to rest up. You realize there is no tomorrow if you're Syracuse. You want to give all the effort you can. Block the man. Put some effort into it.
5-point lead with 8:12 to go in the ball game. About 2.5 for Jamie Covington. And Jim Merritt's number 96 makes the tackle. And we're under 8 minutes and counting with 7:59 to go. Goldgate, with outside hopes of an invitation to postseason play, wins today, and Boston University bounced Morgan State by 50 points. 7:40, 21-16. That's a Division III final there. Union will advance. Augustana College of Illinois ranked number 1. 2nd and 7. The option play, and Norley doesn't like that play that much, but this time keeps and cuts upfield and picks up about 5. Steve, it's been an impressive drive. They got the ball back with more than 10 minutes remaining. They have moved it conservatively and patiently from their own 20 now to the 47-yard line.
That's all you've got to do. Just pound out 1st and 10. Like you said, Norley doesn't like the option play, but it really causes West Virginia to have to do things defensively they do not want to do. They can't take chances because they know they can run the option on them.
Syracuse is 4 of 11 on third down conversions. Norley gets a block. Norley gets another block, but Norley is short of the first down at the 45.5. He needed another 3.5 to 4 feet. It'll be 4th down. But I think Todd Norley, Dick McPherson now has got to be satisfied with the job that Norley and the offense did.
That's right, 6:32 to go in the football game. Hopefully try to get the ball inside the 20-yard line, make them go a long distance, let your defense play well like they've done all day long.
Jim Fox 3 yards above his season average. Steve Newberry is deep to return it, number 28. They had used Willie Drury most of the day. 4th and 1. And they're going to take the 25-second delay. Give them 5 more yards with which to play on the kick. 6:05 to go in the ball game. There's Todd Norley. Split some starts with George Christodoulou last year and missed 2 games with bad ribs. Now here's the call. Jim Garvey's mic is not working once again. And then came back last week in the big win over Boston College. They have another youngster named Don McPherson that they like a lot for next year. And Don Nealon thinks he's got the successor to Jeff Hostetler redshirting this year. John Talley, Darrell Talley's little brother. Oh, great kick by Fox. That is a superb kick by Fox. It went 49 yards, and it had a feather-like touch as it stopped at the 3-yard line. Packer and I will be at the Kansas-Houston game on Saturday, and Steve Davis joins Gary Bender and Pat Hayden at Nebraska versus Oklahoma. All of that a great Thanksgiving weekend coming up next week here on CBS Sports. From the 3-yard line, 1st down and 10. Hostetler will throw from the end zone. Puts it out. Intercepted. John Roos, number 40. After it had been hit 3 times.
Go to the tight end, Rob Bennett, number 84 across the middle. Hostetler outside. Roos, number 40, will be right there. He throws across his body. It was tipped one time inside by Romano, number 54. Finally, Roos comes up with the football.
2 elements that set up the play. The fine offensive drive by the Syracuse offense. The great punt by Jim Fox. Then the pressure from Jamie Kimmel on Jeff Hostetler. 21, Harold Gaydon for 1. There's John Roos. That is his 2nd of the year.
On the interception play, again, Hostetler had to throw off balance, open-bodied, didn't put the power on the ball. The ball had pretty good velocity on it still, but not anything like he would have had if he turned his shoulder, rocked into it. Had to force the ball, needed a big play, put a little pressure on himself, probably shouldn't have had.
2nd down and 9, 5:15 to go, 21-16 Syracuse. Brent Ziegler, senior who's playing with a sore Achilles. They didn't know if he could go today, but he wasn't about to miss it. Final game for the Orange Men of Syracuse. Senior from West Islip, New York. And Todd Norley, who's been a fine offensive quarterback today. Not that there are any defensive quarterbacks. Clock still running with 4:38 to go. It was 3-0 West Virginia early. Then Syracuse had leads of 7-3, 14-3, 14-6, 21-6. It's 21-16 now. He got the ball away to Ziegler. That is short of the 1st down at the 13-yard line.
Brent Ziegler inside the 15.
Brent Ziegler gets up slowly. That's that Achilles, I'll bet you.
Clock stops with 4:10 left to play.
Young man playing his final game for the Orange Men of Syracuse.
Number 43, senior.
Gets a warm hand as he heads to the bench. He is the co-captain of the Jim Gorzowski is on to hold for Don McCulley. And this will be a kick of 31 yards and would give Syracuse a 24-16 lead. 31-yard kick. Executive producer of College Sports is Kevin O'Malley. And our producer today, Rick Sharp. Director is John McDonough. Good for Steve and I to be back with those two characters. First time this year. Our associate producer is Patty Tewitt. Field technical manager here at Syracuse is Carl Prince. Bill Christian, Bob Dixon on the switcher and the audio. Broadcast associate Pierce O'Neill, Joe Balkin, and the rest of the outstanding crew that we've had here. 24-16, 3:49 remaining in the ball game. Of course, there remains the possibility of a touch and a two-pointer.
That's right, but at least you're in a position where they've got to go get it.
Right.
Got to get the 8 points. Well, a victory for Syracuse means a winning season, new opportunity, new life, a confirmation that the program's getting better. For West Virginia, it's a setback.
McCauley, King, Harvey. Nope. It'll be Gary Mullen. Whistle blew before the fumble, if indeed any did occur, had occurred.
In the fourth quarter of this football game, what has really made a difference is the crowd, the penalties of West Virginia, and just the overall intensity of the players and what they've done, and the kicking game, what they've done in the kicking game.
Yeah, do not underestimate the importance of Jim Fox and Don McCauley in this game, and the coverage as well. 3:43 remaining. West Virginia with hopes of going 9-2 for the year, but they've got to travel 84 yards for a touch and a two-pointer just to get the tie. 3:43 to go. Hostetler for the day is 15 out of 26 for 212 yards. He has been intercepted 3 times, and 2 of the 3 have been overthrown footballs. The other, a deflection that just set up the field goal. Leading receivers have been Bennett with 3, Gray with 4, his running back, Dick McPherson, 53 years of age. They were 2-9 last year. After a 4-6-1 season his first year. Now they lead 24-16 with a tenacious defensive effort this afternoon and some opportunistic offense.
The defensive coaches for Syracuse said that they had to harass Hostetler. There's what we're waiting on right now. It's a down player. Is that Gary Mullen?
It is Gary Mullen.
Number 1.
The injured player.
The coaches said that they felt like they had to harass the Hoss, harass Hostetler, the quarterback, make him look at different sets. There's a final in the Washington State score, 17-6. And also control the fullback game. They've been able to do that in the last half, and that's made all the difference in the ball game.
That should knock Washington out of the Rose Bowl for the second time in as many years. California leading Stanford in the 4th, and Gary Mullen with an injured left knee will be assisted to the West Virginia bench. Had a touchdown catch earlier in this quarter. Hostetler for the day. 1st and 10, 3:43 to go in the game. Floods the left side. Gray drops the ball. Recovered by Brian Joswiak, number 77, but he never had control of it. UCLA is on the verge of winning. That'll send Washington to the Aloha Bowl, which is a tough consolation prize. And UCLA in the Rose Bowl against Illinois. It's been a long year for USC. Only 5 seconds elapsed from the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Intended for Drury, number 48. Closest man to it was Ron Hobby, number 10. West Virginia, we believe, bound for Birmingham in the Hall of Fame Classic, and that'll be announced at the conclusion of this game. So Hostetler will have one more game in his career at West Virginia. 3:32 to go, 24-16. And the crowd on its feet on 3rd and 10. Quarterback draw. Blaze Winter, number 98. Jamie Kimmel, number 83.
Well, that is a risky call to make against the defensive front that's been intimidating you all day long, and then call the quarterback draw on 3rd down and 10. 3:10 left to go in the football game.
I was surprised.
I was real surprised.
4th and 6. Wayne Brown and Willie Drury are the wide receivers. Rob Bennett, the tight end, tight right. Rob Bennett. See where the spot is made. He did not get it. Rich Roche, number 38, made the hit. Syracuse takes over on downs at the 24-yard line. It was 14-6 at the half. Syracuse had scored twice on Harold Gayton runs. Jamie Covington got the 3rd Syracuse touchdown in the 3rd quarter. This is Covington. Lost to the 28. Rich Walters, number 97, made the tackle and had some help.
Jamie Covington
from Ed Hughes.
Stopped by Steve Hathaway.
Well, Dick McPherson made no bones about it, Steve, yesterday when we chatted with him. Said, how significant is the game? And he said, it means we're over the hump. It's easier to sell the program if you're 6 and 5 to young high school kids.
Right. He said there's 17.5 million citizens in the state of New York, and he said we've got to surely be able to go out and find 25, 30 football players out of 17.5 million, and this is an opportunity to showcase his talent and his team.
It would also be their 3rd win in succession. Roland Grimes.
And something to talk about all winter.
Jim Maritz makes the tackle, 1:52 to go.
And number 15.
Timeout now has been called
Dave O'Black.
By the Mountaineers of West Virginia. So Todd Norley will come to the sideline and chat with Dick McPherson. 1 minute, 48 seconds to go in the ball game, and Syracuse on top by 8 points. 48 to go. They've got a 3rd down, 11 at the West Virginia 26-yard line. And just a minute, 48 seconds away from going 6 and 5 for the season, shoving West Virginia's bowl-bound record to 8 wins and 3 defeats. 3rd down, pitch out. Harold Gayton with Grimes in front. Hit by Tim Agee, number 44. And West Virginia calls timeout. If you've got Don McCulley and he has kicked 1 today, bring him back out, give him a chance to kick another. A minute 40 to go in the ball game.
Syracuse is going to lose 2 players, Matt Walker, the right guard, and Brent Ziegler, the fullback, off their offensive unit. They've got to think that what deficiencies they've had in offense in 1983, they may have plenty of time to improve in 84.
This ball will be held at the 31. It'll be a 41-yard kick for Don McCulley. He kicked one last time out. The holder is Jim Gorzalski, defensive back who has one of the 3 interceptions today. And Don Nealon hasn't quit pacing since the opening kickoff. .140 remaining in the ball game. And McCulley will try and increase the Syracuse lead to 11 points at 27-16. Yard kick. Baylor by 7, 34-27. If they win, we'll see them in the Peach Bowl, we've been told. California over Stanford 21-9. And UCLA Rose Bowl bound again. They defeat USC, or leading USC by 10 in the fourth quarter on the West Coast. Brigham Young, another outstanding season under LaVelle Edwards, and Steve Young, a 55-7 win today. And there's one of the big upsets, and that took place in Seattle. Texas hung on to defeat Baylor 24-21. They had a big lead early in the second half. And the Bears, who are going to a bowl, fought back. They are going to the Bluebonnet. Illinois over Northwestern 56-24. And our score 27-16 with 1:34 remaining. Don Kaminsky urging Don McCauley on. King Harvey and Dwayne Jeter have gone back because of the injury to Gary Mullen. King Harvey gives it a why-not effort from 2 yards deep. And is knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And I think into our parabolic mic. 1:29 remaining. SMU, only one defeat. They lost to Texas and have Houston left in Tokyo next Saturday night. And Michigan goes to the Sugar Bowl with a victory over Ohio State. Iowa, a big win over Minnesota. There was a flag on the last play as well. Clemson defeated South Carolina today. And Jim Garvey will walk it off against West Virginia inside the 10-yard line. Boston College wins over Holy Cross and Kansas. Under Mike Gottfried, defeated Missouri. That's a personal foul against West Virginia and pushes them back to the 10-yard line. Again, just a quick recap. 3-0 has been the only lead West Virginia has had today. Harold Gaydon's 2-touchdown made it 14-3. It was 14-6 at the half. And here's Hostetler in trouble. Goes deep left side. David Lee, number 20, knocked it down. The only defeats for West Virginia, Steve, have been to Penn State, a resurgent team at that time, and then to Miami, which is certainly one of the top 5 teams in the country. And they have had more than they needed here this afternoon.
They really have. That time, again, Tim Green, number 72, put so much pressure. That front four, all afternoon long, they have intimidated Jeff Hostetler. It has been a long day for Jeff. He's had some success, but they have intimidated him enough and kept him off balance enough to really give the defense a chance to play very well against him.
Second down and 20. There's a flag. Rich Roach, number 38, came over the back of the intended receiver. And Hostetler was knocked down back at the 2-yard line. Hostetler now 16 of 30 for 213 yards. And he has also run the ball 10 times for 16 yards. That should give West Virginia
pass interference.
automatic first down out to the 20-yard line. 1:15 to go in the ball game.
First down to the Mountaineers at the 20-yard line.
Continue with that recap. 14-6 at the half. And then it went to a 21-6 count as Jamie Covington scored. But Paul Woodside made it 21-9. Gary Mullen caught a pass to make it 21-16. 2 field goals since then. It's 27-16. And John Roos had a shot at his second interception of the day.
Dr. 1164.
Mentioned the heir apparent to Jeff Hostetler. Don Nealon told us that Darrell Talley's little brother, John Talley, who's a 6'5 freshman who's being redshirted, might take his place, or Kevin White, who's the backup right now for next year. Talley's kind of an interesting prospect at 6'5", 210.
I would imagine it'd be rather a overpowering player behind the center.
Draw play. Gray to the 26.
I wonder what I would have done if I was 6'5 and a quarterback. Oh, man.
What a pop. Rich Roach, number 38. One of the 17 seniors. He's from Staten Island, New York. to Hostetler. Personal foul is called on the play.
Jeff Hostetler, 6'3". After this hit, he's about 6'1 and a half. Watch the contact head on head. Those are scary tacklers. I mean, you just stop.
That was not the penalty, by the way. It occurred after the tackle had been made.
Personal foul, spearing, defense, automatic, first down.
It was the penalty.
That's right. The Syracuse band is leading the crowd in a chorus of amen. That's an old Baptist hymn from our part of the woods.
That's right. That'll put the period and paragraph to it. 1st and 10, West Virginia. Clock will keep running on the completed pass. Dwayne Jeter makes the catch. That is his first of the year. Number 2. 30 seconds remaining. Second down, 2. 27-16. Hostetler rolls out. Has the first down, I think, and steps out of bounds. Well, just short of it.
I love it.
I'll tell you what, they get almost as many people in here for basketball.
Oh, I know.
And Syracuse will be on CBS Sports and Basketball against your alma mater, the University of Oklahoma, here on January 7th.
Bring on the Sooners.
It won't be Steve Davis and Joe Washington. It'll be Wayman Tisdale coming up here. They'll have a bunch of folks here for that game. 3rd down and 1. Hollins. First down at the 31-yard line. That is a gain of 15 yards. And the clock cannot be stopped except for the first down play, and then it'll be started again as soon as they move the chains. Eight seconds to go.
They'll be playing that all night. Just think, if you're a senior football player and you're not going to play any pro football, this is a great moment in your life. You'll never forget it. The emotion, all the practice, all the working, it makes a lot of difference for you. The Syracuse players, this is their moment.
They are nothing if not loud.
I know. They deserve it. It's their hour.
Seems appropriate.
That's exactly right. It is over.
West Virginia versus Syracuse is an exclusive presentation of CBS Sports. We'll return with more coverage after this word from your local station.
This is CBS.
Players of the game are Jeff Hostetler of West Virginia and Tim Green of Syracuse. Green with 11 tackles today, leading that defensive effort. And Hostetler, the key offensive cog for West Virginia, 18 of 34 for 241 yards. He also ran the ball 13 times for 15 yards. A check in the amount of $1,000 will be donated by Chevrolet to each college's general scholarship fund to further assist qualified students in all chosen academic fields. A thrilling moment for Syracuse head coach Dick MacPherson. In his 3rd year here, his team goes above 500 for the first time.
This is my hideout.
NFL action beginning with the NFL today at 12:30 Eastern Time. Check the local listings for the game and the time in your area. It was a tenacious Syracuse defense led by Tim Green, Jamie Kimmel, Bill Pendock, Blaze Winter, and Tony Romano that led to the victory today. Once again, the final score was Syracuse 27, West Virginia 16. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports.